Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial, and today we're gonna have a look at my own Ringmod Sidechain plugin that I developed. It's now available on ringmodsidechain.com, and there's actually a free version of it. So you can buy it for $30, or there's the free version. The free version has all the Ringmod Sidechain functionality. It just doesn't have the knobs on the bottom. But I'm gonna show you in the tutorial. But even like if you don't buy it, the free version is already really nice. And it covers basically all the setup that we did in the previous videos where people commented, oh, it's more difficult than rocket science. Like this free version already solves this for you, right? But the paid version, I was not sleeping in the meantime, has like some additional features, and I'm gonna show them in this video. First things first, when you download the plugin, right, you need to make sure that you go to the VST3 folder where your DAW is scanning for the plugins. And then you're just gonna copy the folder in there. That's basically all you have to do for installation. Once you're done with that, you go to your DAW. In FL Studio, for example, we have add fast scan, and that is gonna search for the new plugins. The Ringmod Sidechain just popped up there. We're gonna drag and drop it to the bass, and the kick needs to be sidechained to the bass, so make sure the volume is at 0 here. And once you've done that, go to the settings, processing, and make sure that the kick is set correctly here. Other than that, we're already done with the Ringmod Sidechaining. So in the previous videos where we had to invert and do a lot with this M-Shaper plugins, this is basically now all happening under the hood, and you just have to select the kick as a sidechain, that's it, right? And we're already done. So let's have a listen. Before, like without the sidechain, the kick at 0 decibel, the bass at 0 decibel, both are gonna overlap, and they're gonna have like this peak, right, where they add up together. And the peak is around plus 5 decibel, so we already lose like all this headroom, right, just because the kick and the bass are not well sitting together. With the Ringmod Sidechain, we get rid of this, right? The sidechain is perfectly allowing the bass only to be where the kick is not. So we actually already gain all this 5 decibel headroom. But what's always the problem with the Ringmod Sidechaining is that you introduce this little bit of distortion. Like have a look at it, have a listen at it, at the distortion. Can you hear it in comparison to without it? And this is always, or was always, the problem with Ringmod Sidechaining. And that's basically where the paid version of this plugin comes in, right? We have like this low pass filter and we have this dry wet knob. And with those two, we are able to scoop away some of these high frequencies that are colliding, that are actually causing this kind of distorting sound, right? So the low pass filter, when we reduce it a little bit, you can already hear that it sounds much nicer. So previously, distortion, not anymore, right? And you also can play a little bit with the dry wet signal if the effect is like too strong for you. And when you have a look at the result, we can see that now that we introduced some of this low pass filtering and dry wet, that we are actually not anymore perfectly at 0 decibel, but we are around 2, right? So we lose 2 decibel of headroom again, but we don't have this issue of like this distortive sound, but we are already much better than we were previously, where we had 5 decibels, right? So with the Ringmod Sidechain, we actually are now saving right now 3 decibel of headroom, and you can set it much more aggressively if you want to, but this is basically the polite way of doing it, and you don't have like all this distortion. One more thing that's important, this is this middle knob. We have to make sure that the kick sidechain signal is actually like in a good sweet spot, right? So currently when we play it, you can see there is this green signal. This happens because the kick is now at 0 decibel, it's normalized. And that's actually what we're aiming for, right? So if the kick is like in a sweet spot, it's going to be green. If it's too loud, over 0 decibel, right, when it's clipping, it's red, so that we don't want that, so then you need to turn it down. And if it's too quiet, it's going to be yellow, right? So we need to turn it up again. So just make sure that you're going to adjust the sidechain knob so that the kick is actually going to be in this green area. In the green area, the sidechain, the Ringmod Sidechain just works the best. It also works when it's lower, but not as nicely, right? And actually it's like a band of 0.5 decibels, so you don't have to like hit 0 perfectly, but just make sure you're like in the green range. Other than that, the Y is scalable, so if you want to have it bigger, you can do this. There's some presets that you can save, and there is this wet-only knob if you decide to somehow print the Ringmod sidechain, like if you send stems out or anything like this, and you want to be able to send the Ringmod sidechain wet-only signal, so they have like full adjustability about it, then you can press this wet-only knob. But other than that, this is it. And I hope this little tutorial was helpful for you guys, especially for the people that said Ringmod sidechaining is like rocket science. Yeah, thank you for your attention. And make sure to check out ringmodsidechain.com. As I said, the link is in the description below.